That there, boys and girls, is the Ghostcat F3X Pro. And I've got 283 miles on that bad boy. And we're gonna talk about what it's like on a 250 mile review riding one of the most popular e-bikes ever made, as we're overlooking the Eagle Vale Golf Course. That's hole 1. That's the driving range, and right there's the clubhouse where you can get some good food and some great libations. Let's take a ride as we go down through Avon, down to Nottingham Lake, and see if we can get a beautiful view of Beaver Creek Ski Resort. Let's go. All right, first off, the first thing I want to say is just how freaking awesome this bike is. And it just basically gives me everything that I need to really just do what I need here in Colorado in the Rocky Mountains, where it's just not very forgiving on any vehicle, much less an e-bike, if you don't have the power and the torque and the speed just to get by in general. Now, I know everyone wants to hear of, you know, the range and the speed and all those things, but honestly, I want to start off just by the dependability part. And every time that I go out on this bike and start it, it turns on and it holds a charge, and it's never let me down. From the motor to the controller to the battery to even the headlight and tail light and the brake light, even the tire pressure in the CST Scout tires, just everything is held up. And it's just awesome to have that kind of a feeling when you're spending over $2,500 on an e-bike. It's just really, really nice to have that comfort. They do have a couple of these still left in stock. Now, I don't know what colors they have as of the time that this video is uploaded, but whatever, you're gonna get a great deal. Now, saying that, and just all the awesomeness of this bike and just some of the range that I've had on this bike, I've had anywhere between 25 and 30 miles average on this bike using just the throttle. Now, unless I'm ghost pedaling, you know, on the bike path, passing a biker, you know, just to show them I'm on a bike and not like a motorcycle. Passing a cop, whatever, you know, I might do some light pedaling just to kind of, you know, just kind of to keep them away, if anything. It's like, look, it's a bike, leave me alone. But besides that, it's pretty much throttle only, and I'm getting 25 to 30 miles consistently, and that's saying a hell of a lot. It really is. The main part that you really want to take in consideration when you're buying a car, like a vehicle or motorcycle, is just, you know, the durability and the maintenance on it. And this bike is absolutely spoiled me on the maintenance part, and I love it. Now, I always suggest you change your brake pads on your e-bike. I mean, depending on how you ride it, the more aggressive you ride it, of course, more often, but between 300 and 500 miles, I think, is a good range of changing your brake pads. And again, that's how aggressive or not you are. So if you're fairly aggressive, you know, every 300 miles is probably a good idea. Like me, probably 300 miles is probably a great idea. The way I ride off-road, coming downhill, especially just coming off Whiskey Hill alone where I live, it's probably worth changing every 300 miles just on that alone. So just take that into consideration, not only on the Ghostcat, but on any e-bike. Just take that in consideration. Now, I'm 175 pounds on a good day. You know what I mean? So this bike giving me 25 to 30 miles is something you could really expect. And that's just real world situational conditions, man. And I mean, I ride every day. I e-bike every day. And this by far is the e-bike of choice out of everything I've had. I've had the F3, and this is the F3X Pro. It's better suspension, better headlight. Besides that, it's the same powertrain. Now, one great thing about riding this bike and getting some miles on it is dialing it in. And the main thing to really dial this thing in is what pedal assist level you like it in and what kind of speed you like to go. That's a big thing. What kind of torque do you need? Those kinds of things. How do you work the brakes? And you could dial those in by adjusting them a little bit, and whether you want them up or down, those kinds of things. The handlebars, whether you want them tilted further back, maybe you want different grips, maybe you want different pedals. But one of the bigger things on having this bike that I've noticed that I haven't had the pleasure to have on other bikes is dialing in the suspension. Here, we'll go in the bike lane here and skedaddle over here. We're going to go to Nottingham Lake today, boys and girls. Let's go. But dialing in the suspension is just huge. Like getting it for my weight, my riding style, like where I'm riding it and how much I weigh is just huge. I can't stress that enough. It's like that on a dirt bike as well. I don't really notice it on a street bike as much, but on a dirt bike especially, just going over bumps, and this bike I kind of go everywhere and do everything on it. And so suspension's huge on it. Now dialing it in is amazing because now I've got it to the softer side, maybe not as soft as it could be, but medium to soft. And it works for me because like when I go over potholes like this, it's like riding on a cloud. It's just absolutely freaking amazing. When you dial in your suspension, you've got that rebound dialed in as well as your compression. It's gigantic because like when I'm riding through here, this is just a rocky road. It's got some big rocks in it, but it's very amazing. It's incredible. It's the softest ride you could imagine. And I think the biggest part of this bike is the suspension. Parts of Colorado had several inches, maybe even a foot of snow yesterday or day before, but people were actually snowboarding and skiing on some of the resorts yesterday that got a lot of snow the last few days. So that was pretty cool. But you can see this suspension on this bike with that torque and that power. Look at that. That's a big bump there, and I stayed seated. I've got dirt bikes I don't even stay seated on going over that kind of stuff. It's pretty neat, that's for sure. But even like riding over things like this, look at that. There's cars and vehicles that would have more rough of a ride going over that than I just did. That's nuts. We can get in here for sure, it looks like. Yep. Sure can. Sure can. Let's see what the lake looks like. We'll boogie on through this way. But yeah, here they have like a lot of concerts and shows that go on through there. And of course they have this big field to host a bunch of people. And even like in the 4th of July, they host a bunch of people. That's really cool. There's a better view of Beaver Creek Ski Resort up that way. Isn't that cool? It's a really beautiful shot of that with that snow this time of year. It's really neat. Let's see what the lake looks like real quick. But yeah, just those bumps like that right there, just pretty freaking amazing actually. Look at that. There it is, boys and girls. There it is. That's Nottingham Lake. Looking just really neat. It's the Ghostcat F3X Pro. It's just one hell of an e-bike. It's an amazing e-bike. You've got a 1500 watt motor in the rear. You've got a 40 amp controller. You've got a 20 amp hour battery. It's 52 volts of just pure awesomeness. It comes with a great seat. You can get an upgraded seat. You can get the Tapia seat. You can get it upgraded. I ordered one. It should be here any day. Rack. I got that on Amazon. I'll leave a link to that. And I did change out the pedals and the grips. That's it. This bike is awesome, and I can't talk about it enough. And if you watch the channel, you see that I ride this bike every day, every chance that I could get. I ride it. I really, really do. And I don't let anybody else ride it except for just a second. That's how much I love this bike. It's one of the few bikes I'm like, no, that one's mine. It's a Ghostcat F3X Pro. Get it while you can. They got some still in stock right now, and they do have the F3.2 coming out in the F3.2X Pro coming out as well. Those will be here in June. Use my discount code, Colorado, to save $50. Buy yourself a helmet. This is the 1000 helmet. This is the Heritage 2.0. It's one of my favorite helmets, and more than anything, get you a helmet. I didn't wear one for years, and I do now. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. What kind of bike do you have? What's your favorite bike? What bike are you looking at? Let's see what they got. Some new bikes coming in. We'll get on that video at another time. Until then, this is Chris with the Colorado Adventure Channel, giving you the 250-mile review on the Ghostcat F3X Pro. Peace.